Hello, everyone. It's your girl Mayday Mayhem, and we're coming today, well, this morning actually, in regards to the especially 36 hours of events that has happened. I'm here to talk about the social unrest and what's next, as the title states. Now, we have awesome news in the homicide of Mr. George Floyd. All four officers have been arrested and they have all been charged with second-degree murder. Uh, the officer, well, ex-officer who actually put the knee in Mr. Floyd's neck, they upgraded his murder charges from third degree to second degree. So that's an awesome thing. And the other three, they have been arrested and they have booked and they do have their names out and their pictures are up. You have Derek Chauvin. He's the man who actually had the knee in Mr. Floyd's neck. Then you have Tao Tao, which was the man that stood by and was telling onlookers to go away, which the man that looks Asian. Then you have Thomas Lane and J. Alexander Krung. They are the other two that were behind the car that you could not see that had knees in his back and in his legs. They're charged now with second degree murder with aiding and abetting. And also aiding and abetting second degree manslaughter. Now, their ages are Lane is 37, Kroon is 26, and Teo is 34. They all have been arrested. And Chauvin, who is 44, they have increased his bail to $1 million. Everyone else is on $1 million bail, which means they ain't going nowhere. Now, this is what I would consider a small win. Why is this a small win? Because this is not the only man, unfortunately, that we have lost to violence due to the police. If you look at during the riots and everything that was going on, we had a couple that was in ATL where they were taken out of their car and tased. Two police that did it, that initiated, they were fired and arrested. And the other four, I believe, were fired and arrested. That's what needs to happen. You are there to do a job as a police officer. You are not doing your job, which means you are killing people whom you are there to protect. You need to go to jail. It's flat out murder. Even in front of the store, the Cubs, that Mr. Floyd was killed at, they said in an interview with CNN earlier that they will never call the police again, that they will try to police the neighborhoods themselves or just try to work it out with the neighborhoods themselves. Can you just imagine that? What's the point of having police around when they're part of the problem? And it's not all police, because as you saw during the rallies and during the protests, the actual protests, not the riots and looting, but during the protests, you had police on one knee with the protesters. You had police grabbing and hugging the protesters and talking to them and telling them that not all of us is like this, which is so true. Not all police are out to kill and destroy. But ones like these, they need to be immediately stripped and immediately sent to jail, as they would do anyone else. So I'm happy. Now, there were a few reports circulating that Chauvin and Teo were brother-in-laws, which is not true. Those rumors are not true. Allegedly, they are not true. Those are just rumors going around. And the only reason those rumors were made because we did find out that Chauvin's wife is of Asian descent. And she also has children prior to her marrying Chauvin. So her and Chauvin do not have children together. And she has filed for divorce. Very smart move, I might say. So she has also filed for divorce. Um, and I'm just happy to see that they are in jail. Now, my question is, what's next? Now they have to go to court. They have to have their day in court. They all are on $1 million or so bail. So this is where we really see, is justice really going to prevail? It's not going to be like it was. Hopefully it's not like it was here in Chicago with the Laquan McDonald case, where that ex-police officer only got 3 years and 18 months. He'll be up for parole. And you shot this young man 16 times on the ground. Will justice really be served? Whereas these charges face up to 25 years in jail for second-degree murder. Are you really going to give them the maximum? Are you really going to throw the book at them as though they deserve, because this man's life was taken? Might as well say on live TV. And that is the uproar behind this. A life was taken on live TV. A lot of people are traumatized behind this. A lot of people have never seen a life taken before, and have it done so brutally and so dismissive. Everyone is an uproar. Let's not to mention the EMT worker shot 7 times in her house by the police? Breonna Taylor. Let's not forget Ahmaud Arbery, shot just jogging. There's so much that goes on in America where we can't sell lemonade. We can't watch birds. We can't walk down the street. We can't jog without being looked as though we're doing something wrong and we're just living. It shouldn't be this way. And now that this man's death has been opened up to the world, like, a lot of people are still in denial that they can't believe this is happening or this happens. We've been telling you for years this happens. Before Rodney King, before it was videotaped. Now think about this. You have everything that's been videotaped. Imagine the things that you haven't seen. Imagine the things that you will never see because it wasn't taped. It wasn't photographed. And how do we stop this from continuing to happen? That means open your mouth. You have to say something. We have to be vocal. Not only us in the Black community, but as you can see, there's a lot of white people that's standing behind us saying, like, no, that's wrong. We all need to stand up against this. This should not be a quote unquote taboo conversation. That's where it must stop. This must be an open dialogue where people can understand where each other is coming from. Now you see the atrocities that we have to really go through. Whereas you have a CNN news reporter arrested on live TV where his colleague is white down the street asking the question, why wasn't I arrested? You can clearly see that Racism is alive and well, and we have to stop it. It must stop. We have the 4 arrests. Now we just need 4 convictions. If we get these 4 convictions for all of them with the highest, throw the book at them with the highest amount of time, yes, that will show justice will prevail. Yes, that will show that it is a little hope for us. But until we see that, it's not really hope. By all our actuality, even the police chief said a few days ago, yes, they should have been arrested a long time ago. They should have been, the other 3 should have been arrested with Chauvin. But now we have them. They're in custody. Now we need 4 convictions. We don't need them to walk with, oh, well, it was just cause. No, there was no just cause for that man to be killed on live TV. There was no reason for that man to be killed, period. Over a quote unquote fake $20 bill. Are you serious? You can't be. This all needs to stop. This all needs to end. And the more we keep the dialect open and keep the dialogue open, it will stay up surface. We cannot just let this slowly fizzle away. No, we need to keep this same energy, not looting and all this, that, and third. That's not what I'm saying. But keep this same energy as to want justice when it's time for the trial. Because when the trial starts, oh, I will be watching trial. And I don't think we're going to have to wait for no years for the trial to start. Because I can't wait for the trial to start. I will be watching and documenting this trial because I want to see from the beginning to the end what's happening. Are you going to give them that 25-year sentence? Are all 4 of them want to get the 25-year and you add a little bit more extra to Chauvin because he actually had the knee in his neck? I'm very, very anxious for the trial because I just want to know, are we going to get the convictions? Let's not have George Floyd's death be in vain. Let's have a positive outcome out of this. No more looting, no more vandalism. Now we just sit and wait for the actual court case and let's see how it's going to go. I just want real justice to be served. It's remarkable how the whole United States came together to protest for one good cause, even though we had some bad apples in the bunch that was tearing up and messing up. But I mean, for a good cause, the protest that was for a good cause that was saying that Black lives do matter. And it shouldn't even be said, well, how do we talk to Black people? Just talk. You talk to me and any other Black person with dignity and respect the way you would like to be spoken to. Why do we have to be spoken to differently? So the way we can help in this, it also starts with us too. We can't stand back and let this continue to go on. I know it's a lot of police officers out there that see their colleagues doing bad things and they don't want to say nothing because, of course, they have their own badge of honor that they follow, their own brother code that they follow. but enough is enough. You sit here and you let your co-workers and other officers do these things, you are complicit with it, and you deserve to go to jail as though they do. I would also like to see what the investigation is going to unfold, because Minnesota is sending in their own FBI team to look at the Minnesota Minneapolis police station. And they going 10 years back. They want to figure out, has this happened before and how many times? Because let's not forget, Teo had an incident that happened, I believe, a couple of years ago that resulted in a $25,000 settlement. Come on now. He shouldn't have even been working. He shouldn't have even been able to be a police officer, because you're already cost the state money. So what else have you done? That's the question. This is what you've been caught with. What else have you done? I want to thank y'all for listening. I will be back tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, and let's stick together and be better today than we was yesterday, and do better tomorrow than we did today, because we all got it in us. Okay? All right, y'all stay loved up, peaceful, and let's just make this stop. We can stop this right now. Let's just stop it.